All right, Jose Carey coming to you from Angler's Fly Shop. Today, let's talk about vices. In particular, we're going to talk about our high-end vices. You maybe have tied for years, maybe you're just getting into it. Either way, let's talk about whether a high-end vise is something that works for you or not. Now, what makes them a high-end vise? Really, it's going to be your upgraded materials. There's going to be a lot more precise fittings and things that are just made to last. Here at the shop, we carry two different high-end vices. So we have our Regals, in particular there's a Regal Revolution, and our Renzettis. Okay, now let's talk about the Regal first. The first thing you're going to notice about this Regal is it's a very different shape. A very simple vise, but it's kind of simple but perfected in its simplicity. So this one just has this nifty handle right here that you can open, set your hook in, close, you're good to go. The tension is already set for you, not something you have to mess around with. There is one drawback to that, and that is that you cannot adjust this jaw. So these stainless steel jaws in particular will tie hooks down to your size 30s, but maybe only getting up to about a size 6 depending on the gauge of the hook. So if that's within your needs, this is a good vise for you. They do have other jaws that you can order as well, but in this configuration, this is going to be your trout tying machine. It also has a full rotary that you can use, which is a great feature to have if you need it. It may not be your style, but it's nice to have. It gives you good access to both sides of the hook. You can also change that angle to make that feel a little bit more like an offset arm if that's what you're used to. And you still have the option of moving that hook around. Okay, but those stainless steel jaws are going to be very hard. They're not going to crack or chip with those smaller hooks that sometimes you can run into on the lower end vices. Now let's look at the Renzetti. Now the Renzetti is a very different looking vise. This is an offset arm, which gives you lots of good access, in particular for those really small flies. But the drawback to that is you're going to need to learn to adjust this jaw. Because you have that option, the range of hooks you can tie on this vise is pretty big. From your big saltwater hooks all the way down to your tiny, tiny trout hooks, you can manage that on this. This also has Renzetti's upgraded jaws to it as well. A much harder jaw, and they do coat it. I believe it's a powder coating that they use on it, which again will just help for durability with those small or bigger flies. Hook holding power is great, especially once you learn to really adjust that properly. We still get a full rotary on the Renzetti, and again you're going to see those same things on both, where you're going to have brass fittings, you're going to have things that start to be CNC'd, aluminum. These bases are going to be upgraded, very heavy bases, so they're not moving around a lot, and especially with that rotary feature, that's going to be really important. So what you're really getting out of these higher end vices, you're getting more precision, you're getting more durability. Do you need a high-end vise? Maybe not, but hopefully this video helps make that choice just a little bit easier.